Hey everyone, Adam here. I am back. It has been a hot minute, and I know, but there's been so much going on. Like, I'm in a different country, I'm in a different apartment, there's a different backdrop, all of this going on. Maybe I need to record a vlog about that at some point. I don't know. But before we get into that, Beyoncé has 2 new songs out, and they're country music. Super excited to check both of these tracks out. So let's start with the first one. Here we go. Let's jump into it now. All right, so the first track is Texas Hold'em by Beyoncé. I am super excited to check this out. Oh my God, what is this going to sound like? Let's do it. Here we go. Super excited. Country music, Beyoncé. Let's go.
This ain't Texas, ain't no hold'em. So lay your cards down, 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 down. So park your Lexus.
I love that boo in the background.
Stick around, round, 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 round. Stick around. And I'll be damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a bitch, come take it to the floor now. Woo!
This is fun.
There's a tornado in my city, at the basement. That shit ain't pretty. Rugged whiskey, we surviving. All the red cup kisses, sweet redemption, passing time, yeah. Ooh,
love that
one
step down.
To the right, we headed to the dive bar we always thought was nice. To the left, then spin me in the middle, boy. I can't read your mind. This ain't Texas.
Yeah.
Ain't no hold'em. Lay your cards
love
down,
that step down.
Down, down. So park your Lexus and throw your keys up. Stick around, round, 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 round. And I'll be damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a bitch, come take it to the floor. I'll be damned if I cannot dance with you. Come pour some liquor on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a bitch, come take it to the floor.
All of this, the Western, like, the voices in the background, though. Woo! And, like, the whistling and all of that, the stepping down of the vocals. Beautifully done. Completely understands the genre. I am well into this.
There's a heat wave coming at us. Too hot to think straight, too cold to panic. All of the problems just feel dramatic. Now we're running to the first bar that we find. Yeah. Ooh, one step to the right, we headed to the dive bar we always thought was nice. Ooh, you run to the left, just work me in the middle, boy. I can't read your
Get
mind.
it.
This ain't Texas, ain't no hold'em. Lay your cards down.
Love that step down.
So park your Lexus, throw your keys up. Stick around, round, 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 round. And I'll be damned if I cannot dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a bitch, come take it to the floor. I'll be damned if I cannot dance with you. Come pour some liquor on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a, come take it to the floor now. Ooh. Take it to the floor now. Ooh. Hoops, spurs, to the floor now. Ooh. Top, back, oops. Shoot. Come take it to the floor now. Ooh. And I'll be damned if I cannot dance with you. Baby, pour that sugar and liquor on me too. Spurs, boots, sologenic, photogenic.
There we go. Wow, 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 wow. Let me take those bad boys off. Okay, so I think one of the biggest things to say about this straight away is that it just honors the genre massively. So what I love what Beyonce has done here straight away is that she's fully leaned into the genre. Like she hasn't kind of like taken the genre and tried to do something different with it, or like is honoring it in a certain way while still doing her kind of usual sound per se. But she's just fully leaned into the genre. And I love that so much. This is full on country music. And like there's a lot of like, you know, different things that we know from country music that are there, right? You know, the kind of the choral singing, which is one of my absolute favorite things about country music. Like I love that so much. And she's really leaned into that here, you know, with like people singing the lyrics behind her as well, like the two kind of timings that run all the way through this, which is really, really nice. But all the woos and the yeahs and like all of that in the background as well. I love that stuff. I eat it up because like country music can, in many ways, like when you're listening as a group of people together, like it can get you up like dancing, right? I mean, like, you know, you have all these different types of country dancing as well, like go along with this music. That's exactly what this type of music does. And that's what Beyonce here is like really kind of bringing into this song, like getting people up and having a bit of a boogie. And I really love that. You can just imagine people dancing around to this. It's phenomenal. And like everyone doing those little like woos and like stuff like that. And when she performs this forthcoming album live, like on a tour, which yes, please give me that, you can already hear like the audience going woo and like stuff like that. And it's really embracing that whole thing of like bringing people together just to sing, to dance, and to have a good time. And that's what I really like about this. As I say, she's really leaned into that sound. And that's really clear with the instruments as well. You can hear the guitar kind of picking away in the background and like all of that. The way that the melody flows, it's very country in its sound as well. You know, it's peaks and valleys like all the way through the song. And I really love that. I have to say as well, vocally, I think this is really strong for Beyonce. Now, of course, she's not doing stuff like, you know, Halo or any big ballads like that. If I Was a Boy, like we're not getting lyrics like that, but it's a very different style of music. So of course we're not going to get that, right? However, if you know, country music does have a lot of big ballads in it, right? Dolly Parton sang so many big ballads in her back catalogue, but that'll be exciting to see with this forthcoming album, to see if we really do lean into that sound as well, to see if that's what we get. Like we get like these big country ballads from Beyonce, because if we do, I am fully here for it, because Beyonce doing a country style ballad, she can already do ballads, but to hear her do that type, wow. But I love here, it's like that quicker kind of vocal, you know, and like I love the stepping down of the vocal. What was it? Lay your cards down, 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 down. Like that type of stuff. And as well, like the kind of the woo, like that was just beautiful. I love that. It's kind of sound like I'm stepping my own vocals down, I'm talking about it, but I just love it so much. It's one of those things where it's like, it's an earworm. It gets into your ear and you can just feel yourself singing along to it while you're like round the house doing whatever, right? Beautiful. And like, I love the way that it breaks up the melody like that really well. When I was talking about like there's two different timings that run through this song, you can kind of hear that. Where we've got that kind of quickness of the quick singing and like, you know, the people behind her, like there's different timings when they come in, when Beyonce comes back in. And then the music kind of gradually just continues all the way through. But then those sections, it's kind of like a pause. Let's take it down a little bit. Let's sing these lyrics and then let's bring it back up. Like, this ain't Texas, like brings the whole song back up again. It's just, I love it. As I said before, it's like, you know, it's peaks and valleys. It's like the song is just up and down, up and down, up and down. But that's to its credit, because like there's different energy levels that run all the way through this song, and that's really special, and it's just really well constructed. I love a good build in a song, and like, again, you know, there's so many of my reaction videos where I've talked about really good builds, and normally it's a vocal that like builds like slowly up until we get a big blasting vocal, which I'm a sucker for. I really enjoy that. But we had a different type of build here as well, because again, we haven't got those, you know, those big blasting vocals that we hear from Beyonce quite often. Here we've got more of like a melody that kind of builds as well. You know, and that final, like, this ain't Texas, like she really kind of pushes it up there. And I really, really like that. And like, she's really able to lean into that Southern drawl that Beyonce obviously has, but as well, like that smoky vocal, right? You can hear that most, I think I've ever heard in Beyonce's vocal in this particular performance. Like you can really hear it. She's really leaning into that. You can imagine just going into a dive bar and hearing this being played and just like people having a good time, linking arms and like just doing their thing. And I love that. You know, it's just, it's one of those songs that really does bring people together, get people up and just have a good time. But as I say, it's fully leaning into the genre. It's not kind of doing an interpretation or anything like that. You know, we've heard Beyonce do that before in one of her songs, like Ave Maria is like an interpretation of that. But this, we're not there. We are fully into the genre of country. And I love that for Beyoncé. I think her voice sits so beautifully within this genre. It fits so well within this genre. And I honestly cannot wait to hear the next track and obviously the rest of the album. But what do you think of Beyoncé leaning into country, especially doing this brand new song, Texas Hold'em? You know what to do by now. Please leave me your comments down below. And if you have any suggestions for the incredible Beyoncé, because this is my first ever reaction to her, then please leave those down below as well, and I'll share my thoughts on them. If you like the video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Please come subscribe to the channel if you don't already, and make sure you hit that bell icon as well. It's the fastest way to get new notifications when a brand new video like this drops. So I want to say a big thank you to everybody for your patience, for messages that I've received from people saying like, hey, are you coming back to the channel? Is the channel dead? The channel is not dead. I've just had big life events going on right now. 2 bouts of sickness that I've gone through as well, but we are back, baby, and this is it. Like listening to Beyoncé and new country music, I am all over it. Make sure you check out the next video as well, because I'm going to jump into her next song as well. I'm super pumped for that. Until next time, take care.